Hi, we're Lisa and Angie. Welcome to another episode of Pep Talks and Prosecco.
If you like what you see and hear, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and share with your friends and family. We are all about building community.
Cheers!
Cheers! Hey, happy Sunday! Cheers!
Cheers to you, my friend. And how good does that Prosecco taste today?
So good. As always, you know we both love Sundays. And I'm super excited because, as always, we have an amazing guest on today's show. Michelle Davis, owner and operator of DermaPosh in Regina. Absolute brilliant businesswoman, but not only that, just a lovely human. And so if you've ever gone in and enjoyed a treatment with her, you know exactly what we're talking about. And if you haven't, you're going to see how just absolutely wonderful she is on today's show. So I think I'm just going to stop talking and we are going to get right to today's episode with Michelle Davis from DermaPosh. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hello, welcome. Hello, Michelle. Welcome to Pep Talks and Prosecco. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Thank you.
I recognize that backdrop. I believe that it's right near that beautiful beauty bar at DermaPosh that both Angie and I have enjoyed many times.
A few too many, maybe.
Probably a few too many times. But we are here today. I'm so excited to have Michelle from DermaPosh joining us. She is definitely a part of our flight crew. Not only is she responsible for our beautiful skin that both Angie and I have, but
gorgeous.
It's always lovely to come and just be in your space. It's a beautiful space. You are a lovely human. And it's so much more than a treatment for our skin. I feel like every time I come to visit Michelle, it's a treatment for my soul. So it is just so wonderful to have you on the show today.
Oh, thank you so much for all those kind words. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I just love seeing you guys. It's always so much fun.
Oh, Michelle, we're going to have so much fun doing this interview and this episode today. I can hardly wait. I just, like Lisa said, I just love being in your presence. You just make me feel so peaceful with all of your joy. And, I think it would be really important for our community to hear about your journey, how you were determined to make your dreams into the reality of what is today DermaPosh. And so I'm hoping you'll spend a little bit of time to kick things off here and share with us, how did we get to this point now that we're sitting with Michelle Davis, the amazing entrepreneur, the brains, the brilliance behind DermaPosh?
Interestingly enough, I originally wanted to be a politician or a lawyer. Like, I can't even imagine that if that were actually me now, because it's not even at all who I am. But I was working at a clothing store when I was in university, and this lady came in after she'd been in a few times, and she's like, you'd be a really good esthetician. And I was like, that's like pretty random. Like, that's so strange, right? So I actually went into her shop. She said, come try a treatment and see what you think. I was like, as soon as I walked in, I was like, this is life. Like, this is where I want to be. I want to be in this space. It was just an amazing time. So she said, if you go to aesthetic school, the first day you start school, you can start working for me. Wow. And I was just so amazed because at that time it was just her studio and skincare by Jane. There wasn't really anything else. It was quite a few years ago. And so I started working there, and within a year I actually bought the shop from her, which was pretty amazing. But it's interesting because, life just changes, right? At that time, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm living my best life and everything is so amazing. And then I got married and we wanted to have a baby. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't have two babies like this. Like, right, the shop really needed my full attention. And so I thought, well, this baby obviously does too. So I actually sold it so that I could be a work from home mom. And I did that for quite a long time. I wasn't doing as much skincare because when you have a toddler running around, it's probably not that cool for a client to come and relax. So I did a lot more brows and nails and that kind of thing, which was really fun. I still had was able to nurture those kind of relationships with women, which really made my heart so happy. But then, I started doing skincare at home again. And I was like, wow, okay, women are still really into this and I'm super into it. And that there was that need still there for good skincare products that was super accessible. And that, so many times women, we go for a treatment, but then we're broke. We can't get the product, right? Or we get the product, but then it's so expensive. We can't get that treatment. I'm like, this is just not really fair. I want girls to be able to access their products and their treatments. So this time I was able to actually find a couple labs to work with, and we started working with it. So 2018, we launched the skincare line, and it was pretty cool because it was less than a year, and we completely outgrew our home. My husband's like, okay, like, you got to do something about this. There was a product everywhere, which was really fun. And so we actually opened up DermaPosh, I would say, October 2019. It was super fun because I really liked being at home with Hunter, right? It was a good time. And I was just so glad that when we opened up here, she came to work with us. So it was really like a home, and I feel like all my clients that knew us from home were able to really it felt like just an extension of that, really. And then we got shut down. That was kind of crazy, but you guys all still supported us and gave your friends those beautiful gifts of facials or like hand care and foot care thing. And I thought, okay, this is still a thing. It'll be okay. And then this last December, with all of your support, it was amazing. We're actually able to double our studio space, and now more women are able to come in. We have more products, and I am just like super excited.
That is so amazing, Michelle. We are so excited for you, and we're so happy that you've been able to stay, relevant and working through all of the, the trials and tribulations that we faced over the past year. But, not including a pandemic, but also considering fear and having courage to be able to just take a leap of faith and open a studio and start your own skincare line. So many of us would be afraid to do that, or, not have the courage to take that leap of faith. So tell us, how did you find the courage to start building DermaPosh and make it the successful business that it is today?
I think it's kind of strange. I'm kind of one of those people that I have an idea and I just take a step. I don't really know where I'm going, but I just really just trust that gut. And I believe that if that is in us, it's in us for a reason, right? It's been put there. It's who we are. And if we trust it and we work our process, and we have to work really hard. So it's not just something that comes, but I believe that everything will fall into place. But I'm also not afraid of failure, right? Like, it's okay if something doesn't work out. And I wouldn't even call it a failure. I'd be like, oh, all right, that didn't work out. What else are we going to do next? Like, you can always change your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, I am giddy right now because how you are speaking in this interview is just how you are all the time. Like, here's the deal, folks. This lady is like 100% genuine and legit. There's no show going on. This is just how she is. And I just feel like your realness and your authenticity, Michelle, is what really contributes to that environment. And Lisa and I are so fortunate because we are both clients of yours. I was first, though, not that it's a competition, but I'm just saying, I've known you longer. And from the minute I walk in, or Lisa walks in, or the many, many other women that we know who benefit from being in your presence, you make people feel just like they are the most important person from the minute they step foot into DermaPosh Studios. And so I'm just really curious, how'd you do that? How did you create this space that every woman feels like they belong, that they're valued, and that they are your number one priority, whether it's you or any of the other employees that you have at DermaPosh that clients are interacting with? How did you do that?
I don't know. I really like to set my intention for the day. And it's typically like, there's something beautiful in everyone, and everyone deserves to be treated like a queen, and they deserve to be heard, right? That's it. It's pretty simple. And I'm excited when every person comes in the door, like super excited.
It always shows when we walk in. You're always so welcoming and so happy to see us. And it just, I mean, it's just a dream to walk into your store. And so, and it's clear that you are there for your clients, and that you have that service leadership, approach to everything that you do. So that is so amazing. So I'm curious, I know what my mom told me was the most important thing to do when it came to taking care of my skin. And she always said, have a good moisturizer.
Yeah.
But I'm curious if there's one piece of advice that you could give women about their daily skincare routine, what would it be and why?
Like one thing?
This might be hard for you.
It's so hard. It's so hard. I have a list. I have a regime. No. I would say sunscreen, and drink your water. Those are like the biggest things, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
There's also like, I feel like this is kind of maybe a little extension on that, but I feel like as women, when we're putting on our serum or we're putting on our cream and that, like sometimes we just like slap it on. We're not really thinking about it, but I like it to be more of a ritual of loving yourself, right? And putting it on and going, ooh, look at, you're so pretty. Look at you. Look at how kind you are. Like, you're so lovable. Like when you put those things on, and if you put that your intention for the day, you're loving yourself before you even step foot out the door, right?
I love that.
Oh, can I confess? Can I make a confession? Because my morning routine, like with my skincare, has been, I'd say, very, very consistent. Like I'd be like an A+ gold star student on that. But my evening routine for the longest time was brutal. It almost felt like a chore. And I started doing, I'd say probably, I don't know, I want to say like that kind of the 6-week window or so, where when it came to my evening routine around my skincare, that I flipped it, that instead of I need to do it, it was like, I get to do this right now. I get to put this toner on, and I get to put this serum on, and I get to use this eye cream. And you are so right, Michelle. Like, it's a game changer. Like, I feel now like I'm just taking really good care of myself. And it's so, just when you were speaking there, I was just like, yeah, guilty. Morning, I'm like, oh yeah, I got it all. But now it's really helping to set the tone for my evening routine as well. I love it so much.
So that is amazing.
So I've got to ask, that Lisa and I spend, a lot of our efforts and stuff around building habits and really leaning into habits for helping us achieve those goals that we have in place, whether they be short-term goals or long-term goals. So I'm curious, Michelle, what are some habits, or is there a habit that you can think of off the top of your head that really have served you well to help you get to the place that you are now today, the version of Michelle that you've dreamed of becoming, and now you're living that reality?
Okay, for me, I've like the two most important times of the day are the morning and the night, right? So my morning, I get up ridiculously early. I just always have. And I really, really put intentions towards my day. I think about, what I'm going to eat for the day, how I'm going to fuel myself to make sure I have water. I think about who I'm seeing, who's coming into the clinic. I get so excited, and I just think about, our last conversations, and I wonder how they're doing. And I get super excited that way. And then the other thing for me that's been really helpful is at the end of the day, I go to bed early, but it's like, so I can relax my mind and really start calming down, because I'm kind of an excitable person. And so I need that time just to kind of start chilling out. But I really spend time in that moment of gratitude and thankful for all the people I saw that day, and thankful for all the amazing interactions that we had, and all the fun moments that we had, the giggles and all that. So I think those are probably the two most important things to me.
Oh, you're just so delightful.
Well, exactly. I was just going to say, well, and it's just like that in itself is the reason why every time we visit the clinic, it is such an enjoyable experience because you're intentional about the tone, the mood, the environment that your clients are walking into. And it's so obvious. And it's just an experience all in itself. I love it. And Michelle, I could just sit and talk about your business and how much we love you. We could just keep gushing over you all day long. But before we let you go, of course, if you watched any of our Pep Talks and Prosecco episodes, you know we like to wind things up Wotherwill style before we wind things down. So we are going to put you in the hot seat. And we have 10 questions prepared for you, and you have 60 seconds to answer them. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready, yes.
Okay, and
awesome.
Go.
Favorite DermaPosh product?
Ooh, poshiest oil.
Favorite movie?
Oh, Princess Bride.
What advice would you give your teenage self?
Moisturize, use sunscreen.
Bucket list destination?
Ooh, Tahiti for some reason.
Nice. What brings you joy, Michelle?
Oh my gosh, hearing women laugh, seeing women happy, that brings me so much joy.
Awesome. Favorite song?
Oh, it's old, but El Taxi by Pitbull. Really anything by Pitbull. Yeah.
Pet peeve?
I don't know. I think maybe just, I don't know. People aren't really paying attention to the person that they're with.
That's a good one. What is a bad habit that you can't shake?
Ooh, I bite the inside of my lip.
Okay. Your favorite habit that you can't live without?
Oh, I need to be outside in the fresh air. My favorite habit is going for nice walks or runs outside.
Awesome. Who inspires you?
Oh my gosh, every woman that comes in here, every single one is amazing and have like lives that you could write a movie about. So everyone inspires me.
I love that. I'm pretty sure we were probably over, and part of it's probably my fault because I want to sit and listen to you talk instead of firing the next question. But that was really good.
Thanks. So fun.
I was going to say that. I was like, I think Lisa contributed to your time. Your time is not record-breaking worthy, but the content and the answers were just perfect. And I too love Princess Bride.
It's so good.
So good.
Well, there's no prize for being under 1 minute, but your answers were awesome. And Michelle, I just want to say again that it has been absolutely lovely to hang out with you this afternoon. We love what you've done. Not only do you have a beautiful space, but how you make every woman feel, and man, as they come into your studio. It's just an incredible and beautiful thing. So thank you so much for being one of our wing women. We adore you. And we are just so happy that we got to hang out with you this afternoon.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. It was so much fun being here too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. I don't know about you, Lisa, but I love Michelle so much. Not just because she makes our skin look freaking fabulous and fantastic all the time, but she is just so caring and thoughtful. I love how she spoke to us about, she starts every single day about setting her intentions, who she gets to spend time with, just reminiscing about what their past conversations were, and then just bringing joy forward for every single client that she's going to encounter, and then ends the day with gratitude for the time she spent with the clients that came in to DermaPosh. So, Michelle, we have said this to you so many times. I'm going to say this again now. Just keep being you. Your joy has done so much, not just for Lisa and I, but for so many other women as well. And we are incredibly grateful for you and also our great skin as well. So cheers to you, Michelle. And thank you so much for being a guest on Pep Talks Prosecco.
Cheers. Cheers.
Hold the freaking presses. I don't know. Are you guys getting a little bit tired about feeling stuck all the time? Guess what? Lisa and I have been stuck many, many times.
So many times.
And we found ways to get unstuck. So, Lisa, tell them how we can help them out.
Well, we want to be your wing women by offering you a 30-minute free virtual consultation with us. So if that sounds something like you're interested in, head on over to our website, wotherwill.com, and sign up for that consultation today. Cheers!